Man, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mel, and welcome to Life Coaching by Mel. Here at Life Coaching by Mel, we speak truth regarding the family. And one of those things we discuss a lot on this channel is narcissistic and toxic mothers. If this is your first time here, welcome first and foremost. But secondly, hit that subscribe button for me. Hit the notification bell for me so you can get each and every one of my videos. We discuss tough topics just like this each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I want you here with me to let me know what you believe. I want to hear everyone's comments. Matter of fact, for this video, hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this crazy topic, this crazy discussion, this crazy dynamic. All comments are welcome, and do your part to help the channel grow even more. Been seeing some rapid growth here, but we want to see the channel grow even more. Help your boy out. Share this with at least one person. Matter of fact, share it with everyone you know. But let's get right into it. Recently, I came across a video of a father who has gone viral for trying to be in his son's life, trying to attend his son's graduation, but the mother wasn't having it. Let's take a look.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act because she crazy.
Here's your star going back, by the way, from your raggedy ass mom.
I just came to see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecutor? I'm done playing with you. Man, look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me. But this how bipolar people act. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation, and she mad I found out. But it's cool. Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son? Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's gonna be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. I already got you acting crazy. That's a mess, man. Mad because I came to see my son graduate.
So I want you guys to see this in its entirety before I added my commentary. But now let's break this down.
I do got rights. No, it's all right, son. The world needs to see how she act because she crazy.
So in the first instance here, you see the man saying, I do have rights. And I'm sure he's referring to parental rights, rights to come to see his son graduate. Then you follow up and hear the son saying something to his father, and he's saying, son, it's all right. People need to see that she's crazy. Now, I'm pretty sure by that, the son is saying, Dad, please stop recording or stop following us, whatever the case may be. But outright, the young son is trying to defend his mother to a degree, knowing that she's in the wrong in the first place. How many of you sons, how many of you daughters have been in a situation where you see your mother vividly acting out in public and you got to talk nice to the other people? You got to tell everybody else, look, forgive my mother. Can you please be the reasonable one in this situation? Can you please stop doing this thing that's really innocent, but she's taking it as you provoking her? Can you stop? Because she ain't going to stop. Can you please stop? How many of you guys have to be in that situation, dealing with a narcissistic and a toxic mother? All in all, you know she acting like a wild pit bull or deranged dog. You got to tell them to stop, because this rabid beast ain't going to stop what she doing.
Where's this star going back, by the way? From your raggedy ass mom.
What would a black woman interaction be without her saying something about your mama? Now, we all know when black women attack, black mothers attack, and I'm going to take it off of black mothers, when narcissistic mothers or toxic mothers attack, the first thing they want to do is attack things that they believe are sensitive to you. But kudos to this man. He didn't even respond to that crap. She said something about his mother only because she knows how much his mother means to him. Because in the black community, we are taught that mother is God. She's the closest thing to God. She's an idol. She's an idol in most of our eyes. The mother is God. And quite frankly, she's training this boy to be the exact same way. So at some point, there's going to be a woman to say to her son, your mama. But they'll probably be right about his mama. But the point is, she's raising him to beholden her the same way that she believes her baby daddy is beholden to his mother. You see this perpetual cycle?
I just came to see my son graduate and give him a gift. That's all I did. You didn't make him by yourself, sweetie. And you ain't raised him by yourself. You know how much money I spend on my son? What prosecutor?
He asked the question, do you know how much money I spend on my son? And that triggered her for some reason. Why you guys think? Hit me in the comment section and let me know why you think that is the thing that triggered her. If I had to take a guess and take a stab at it, it's because that's the only thing she values him for. He was calling her out and that hit a nerve because she knows she don't give a damn about her son or this man. What she gives a damn about is that money that she gets every single month. So he reminded her, yo, child support is never late. I'm financially taking care of my son, so why don't I have the right to see my son? Especially on such a grand day in his life. I want to celebrate with him. I have a gift for him. It's not about you, lady. It's about my son being able to feel loved from his father.
I'm done playing with you. Now look, I bought my son a gift for graduation, and look how she acting. Got my son crying because he wanted to see me.
I ask this question so often because I know anyone who watches this video, you probably clicked on it because you can relate to it. So I ask you again, how many of you can relate to being in a situation where your mother is causing you tears because of her outrageous behavior? Because she is so irate, you are in tears. Your day is destroyed. So many of you probably like me that you can't remember a positive holiday growing up. You can't remember a holiday without drama. Every holiday that come up, it's going to be some issue between my mother, your dad, your grandma. It's going to be something that prohibits you from enjoying that day. You mean tell me y'all couldn't wait till tomorrow to take on this issue? Every holiday, not one, not once or twice a year, every freaking holiday is ruined because your mother is such a narcissist, is such a toxic person that she can't really enjoy happiness. Because she can't enjoy happiness, she don't want any type of happiness around her unless it involves making her happy. Meaning everyone being her minions, everyone being the people that are at her every beck and call. If that can't take place, she don't want any happiness around her. That's exactly what's happening with this mother. It's beyond the realm of possibility for her to get outside of herself and allow her son to enjoy this significant moment in his life.
But this how bipolar people act. I don't know what's wrong with her.
As a life coach, I'm completely sensitive to any type of behavioral issues or behavioral health issues. However, I must question this. Have you guys not seen how often that term bipolar is used in the black community, especially when describing the irrational behavior of black women? I'm not saying it's not true, but I am saying it's so convenient that they use that whenever they are spazzing out, so to speak. It's extremely convenient. And I hold up a mirror to their face and they hate that because I'm saying, look at yourself. Look what you are destroying. Look at the people around you. They can't be enjoyable. They walking around on eggshells all day. They trying to not set you off because you're a ticking time bomb. All it would take is one instance for the rest of that day to be ruined, especially a significant day. But they say they bipolar so much, they make the people around them start to say that. And we believe it, we begin to rationalize it because it's like, okay, there's no other reasonable explanation other than being bipolar. It's gotta be true. Can't nobody just be this crazy without some type of diagnosis. But they don't have diagnosis. They have self-diagnosis, just like we diagnose people who are narcissists. We diagnose people who are depressed. We diagnose people who are bipolar. I'm pretty sure this lady is, but we don't know. The point is, we can't tell a bipolar black woman from a regular black woman because they typically act the same.
Then she ain't tell nobody about the graduation and she mad I found out. But it's cool.
So he said, then she didn't tell nobody about the graduation. She mad I found out. Now, I don't know if he meant literally she didn't tell no one because you don't see anyone else here. I mean, it is kind of funny that there's no other family members there to see the baby graduate. If they were there, why are they not following them and finding out what's going on with this drama? Or narcissistic mothers and toxic mothers do. They try to isolate their children from everyone. They isolate them from everyone because their ultimate goal is to have control over their kids. They want to indoctrinate them with everything they want them to be that will end up being self-serving to her. Everything that they raise their children to be is to be self-serving to her. So anyone that's a potential threat to that self-serving goal she has, anyone's a potential threat to that child being beholden to her, can't be around. In my opinion, that's why you see no family there. That's definitely why she didn't want the baby's father around. He is ruining her strategy. She can't have him around whatsoever.
Talking about she got a prosecutor about to lock me up for what? For taking care of my son?
Now, this threatening of the prosecution and threatening to have him locked up, like he says, for taking care of my son, this brings up a greater conversation that I have in my personal life and I would love to have with you guys. No one gets black men locked up more than black women. That's why I don't care about the Black Lives Matter rallies and, the protests and all those things that people do once a black man get killed by a white police officer. I don't care about that because that's the only thing we really show up for in the first place. And secondly, who called them? I mean, let's be serious here. Nobody called the police on black men more than black women. Nobody put more restraining orders on black men than black women. The individuals that black men should fear the most when it comes to getting in the legal system are black women. There's no question about it. Specifically black women that you sleep with. And that's why I'm going to get to our point here in just a moment.
Jacob, just stay praying, all right, bro? I love you, Dad. Love you too, man. Stay praying. Stay prayed up, son. It's going to be all right. Stay prayed up, man. I love you. I already got you acting crazy. That's a mess, man. Mad because I can't see my son graduate.
There's a deep-seated, a deep-rooted hurt and pain and anger that is being bred right now with that young man. These are moments that he will never, ever forget in his life. Can you imagine the things that woman is saying as they drive off? She's probably creating cuss words. And more than anything, she's probably blaming that boy. The things that he said to his dad, I love you, Dad. See you later, waving at him. That angered her. That pissed her off. You best believe he got a real tongue lashing. And some may ask, Mel, why is this relevant to you? Why does this matter? It matters because I've seen this. And I see this play out so many times. I saw it play out in my life. My parents were together for 30 years, but they had a very tumultuous relationship. And I saw my dad on the other end of these type of interactions all the time, where he has to see his kids taken away from him at all times. The kids being used as a pawn. Where you feel in those moments, okay, man, I must be the most valuable possession in the world. Now I'm in between two people that really want me. That's what you feel in those instances. But in other instances, you feel like the lowest thing and the scum of the earth. Because now, oh my God, now that I'm not being used to make him mad, you don't care about me whatsoever. I'm calling out bad behavior. And the best way to have better results moving forward is to learn from horrible decisions. And the first horrible decision I would say that was made here, I love the brother. I appreciate him for putting the story out there. But let me ask you, brother, was there any signs of this lady being this way prior to you having intercourse with her? I know that's an easy thing to say in hindsight. And I'm sitting comfortably in my office here saying this. But we know we've all been there. We all slept with the wrong woman. But any young brother watching this right now, how do you learn? How do you prevent from making this same mistake? I say to my nephew almost every time I see him, the worst thing you can do is hear all about my mistakes, all about the men before you mistakes, and repeat them. That's the worst thing you can do. Being responsible with our seed, being responsible with doing things according to the will of God. If you're a man of faith, understanding that marriage is a thing that's created by God. So if we're going to do this thing, we got to do it his way. That yields better results. It doesn't guarantee better results, but it does yield better results. It does show that fruitfulness. It does show the commitment level. It does put you in a better position to have power. Although we know the system is corrupt, the system does what it does. But the first thing to have that power, the first element of obtaining power is planting your seed in a quality woman. And a woman that's not capable of doing this on her worst day. And I know that's very hard to find. But the Bible calls a prudent wife and a wife that's a quality wife, she's as rare as rubies. She's a crown jewel. It's supposed to be hard to find. You shouldn't be able to pluck one off every tree. That wouldn't make it a quality thing at all. If you're a man watching this and this is your current situation, man, you kind of like stuck. Like you have to wait probably for this young man another 8 years or so for this man to get off child support and the kids to start making their own decisions. Who knows what the psychological backlash will be from stuff like this. But I'm hope for someone out there as the son in the situation. Once my parents divorced, I was able to see my dad's side of the story. Yes, growing up, I took my mom's side often. But once I was able to see my dad's side of the story, I realized who the true culprit was the entire time. That's the hope for this gentleman. Hang in there. One day, your son will see the truth. It sounds like you already have a wise son. He's already showing that faith in you. He's already seeing how you show for him. He's showing that gratitude. So keep that faith, brother. But any ladies watching this, can you seriously justify this? Or would you speak up for truth? And it's so easy to put this lady and isolate her to the side and say, man, she's so wrong for that. But how many women in your life do you know operate just like this? And how many times do you call it out? Or do you just say, girl, I say, call it out, expose it, tell the truth. Be bold enough to call your friend out, to call your sister out, to call your mom out. Speak truth, regardless of what happens to that relationship. Because what matters more? Maintaining this pseudo relationship with somebody that you know is bipolar, or actually seeing a kid have a functional relationship with their father? What matters more? I thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Everybody hit that like button. Everyone hit me in the comment section. And share this video with everyone that you know. Love you guys. Take care.
Let's go.